But for those of you who don't know me, I am Nelda Dural. I am the owner of Iberia Cosmetology Institute. I have a passion about what I do. I love my school just like Miss Hand loved her school, just like Laura Morrow, who was the old board, loved their school, ran a good school, and I've ran a good school for the last 12 years. I worked for Iberia Institute for Smokey, was at the time accredited school. Then I worked with Terry Blackwell. And then I went on, before then, I worked with Sam Ricotta, who sold the school to the Blackwells and Aveda Institute. The school that I owned was a previously owned school by the Aveda Institute in New Iberia, Louisiana. They sold the school to me. The school had been in operation. Before then, it was owned by Craig Booty, who purchased the school from Aveda Institute. So this school has been around in the community for over 30, 40 years. So I didn't just jump up and decide I'm going to run to New Iberia to open up the school. The channels of the school traveled through this same State Board of Cosmetology Institute. The blueprints, when they tried to say the blueprints weren't correct, the blueprints was the same establishment that was Angelo's. It was the same establishment when it was Aveda Institute. It was the same establishment when it was Shakes Academy. But all of a sudden, Nelda Dural owns it. Your blueprints are not right. Your square footage for your classrooms are not right. This has been a continuous thing since 2004 when they sold me the school. It's been on and on and on and on. 2008, I had to come before the board because my students' test scores and the envelopes, they weren't allowed to seal their test to be sent to Washington, D.C., but everybody else put theirs in a separate stack. That was to make the students think that, oh, something's wrong with our school. We can't seal our tests. The school wasn't assigned a code for the students to put the school number on it so that it can go to Washington, D.C. to be graded. It's just been an ongoing thing just to keep the schools in New Iberia from operating. And you know something? Just like Miss Brittany said, it's a tragedy. It's really a tragedy. What I think is so sad is, they say there were 16 incidents that contributed to the way this 2016 election is going on. Baton Rouge, Louisiana was one of the locations because of all the tragedies going on in Baton Rouge, and everything trickles down from Baton Rouge. I'm not surprised that my school's going through this. This is really sad because you know what, y'all? I didn't come through the back door. I came through the front door. I'm an American citizen just like y'all. Not this board, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about what happened previously. But so if I say the board, I don't mean y'all because it didn't include y'all. But it did include the previous Jindal Board. I didn't come through the back door. I came through the front door. I didn't come here in whips and chains. My ancestors may have, but guess what? I was born here. I have every opportunity to operate and run a business like anybody else. I have sent it to the Federal Trade Commission because it was a plot. It was an actually set down plot from the 2008 when they said, we're going to shut it down. Students started telling me they was going to shut me down 2 years before the plot developed. They don't want you there. One time, I had to call Miss Johnson, Deborah Johnson, because the students came to me and said that I called her and she called a meeting with the people in the office to say that another student had came and said that we don't like her. The board said they don't like her, get away from it. I have all the text messages I can provide y'all with from day one. Get away from her, the board does not like her. am I telling the truth? She called a meeting with them and told them, y'all stop tampering with this girl's school. Y'all leave this girl's school. This is very serious. This is a long tragedy. Then I had students. I had a student named Nugent. The guy, he was Vietnamese. He sent some information in saying that he was in the country at a certain time, but then he supposedly got information from Vietnam. My problem is, how you gonna get education from two different places and then they tamper with some paperwork and put some dates on and send to me and want me to sign to these students? It's just been ongoing. I had another student where her application for her testing was I sent it into the office. They send it, call back Michelle, saying that I had not sent the information in. The information had been sent in. I called Mr. Steve. I said, Mr. Steve, how about this? How you want to hear this? Y'all said that I didn't send Michelle information in for her testing. It just came to my to the mailbox right now. Bam! You know, I don't deserve this abuse. They had some students, another incident when yes.
We do, we don't have this on the agenda, and there is.
I understand it, but
so just if you could, kind of start to wrap it up.
Okay, I'll wrap it up. Thank you, but I do appreciate you for your time. But my thing is to say, I know they're going into executive session by my school, and I appreciate it if you don't let Miss Sherry Morris bend your ears to tell you things about me that's not true, because she's been in the ear, she's been trying to discredit me, she's been trying to say everything else. Miss Frances Ham was on that board. I have every right to not have my character slandered, not be no defamation. I have a right to operate a school. And you know what? I called my state representatives, I've called my senators. If I have to take it to the White House, I'm going to take it where it needs to go, because this day and time, nobody should have their character defamed. They even went as far as to say that, I'm going to wrap it up, Mr. Chairman, that which I really don't like, because I'm a Christian woman, I've been a Christian woman all my days, said that I was in the office with a client, and they had to come knock on the door to get me out of the office with the client. Or I closed the doors. My doors are all glass at the school. I can't close those doors. But they got all these students to come in here and lie on me. So I'm going to find the best attorney I can find, because all my civil rights have been violated. And I want them to come in and start doing audits. I want the Department of Education in here. I want NACAS in here. I want the Council on Careers in here. I want the ethics boards in here. I want the FBI's in here. Set me free. Thank you.
Thanks, Ms. Bell.